Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a July general reading for you. I'm using the horoscope wheel, and I'm getting started here with the Wheel of Fortune, which is your overall energy for this reading. The Wheel of Fortune is describing a way that your awareness has elevated, where you have become more clear about the resources at your disposal, your own narrative, and the importance of the struggles that you've had, how they brought you to where you are. The clarity of that is giving you the inspiration and motivation to move forward, knowing that the control of your own intentionality is at your disposal, that you make your world go round. And this is incredibly powerful, as for many of you, you have felt beneath the wheel in some ways. Perhaps this is over recent months or years that you have felt that you have had to overcome some incredibly, perhaps life-challenging difficulty. And coming through that has given you a new sense of your ability to be in control of yourself, your emotions, your ideas, your desires. Underneath the deck, we have the Death card. This is one of your cards, and this is just clarifying that the changes you have been through, and they can be community changes, social changes, and challenges that you've experienced as part of being a citizen in the world, that you have had to release whatever anger, whatever frustration, whatever sense of disempowerment you've experienced in moving forward to make changes not only in your life, but in the social space that you are very aware that you're operating in. I'm going to start with the 10th house, your social identity, the way others see you. The Five of Pentacles is about your allies, your community members, your supporters who have been with you through thick and thin. It appears to me that some factors in your life may be changing as a result of your own efforts. And that change has helped you to align yourself with those who have suffered similarly, who have felt the kind of social or economic instability that you've felt. There's almost a recognition that your pain has been your privilege, whatever that means to you. But I do see you identifying more clearly as an agent of change in your community, in your family, in your social environment, whatever that is, that you understand your alliance with those that have experienced the instability that so many have, and that the power to maintain your groundedness in your abundance is something that you can share with others, something that inspires others. In the first house, the Magician, an octave of the Wheel of Fortune, with both the 10 and 1 reducing to 1, making them intimately related. So this is the very power, I believe, that the Wheel of Fortune is indicating, this power of creative will, of owning your desires, your intentionality, and understanding how to set that in motion, how to work with others, how to identify what it is you want to achieve, and how to make that happen with the resources that you have, how to divide and sort your investment in a particular project that is more often than not a clear expression of who you are and the stories that you've lived through, the assistance you mean to offer others. This is coming from a really clear sense of your capacity and your vision, which is beautiful. And this is almost like the hand that's operating the wheel at this time. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your soul, the Two of Pentacles is talking about a deliberation, a consideration, a back and forth, a way that you are attempting to integrate your story of old with the possibilities in the future. Yourself, your authentic self, as not unstable, but as dancing. And this particular image looks as though it's certainly on the sand. It could even look like it's sand as it pulls back towards the ocean. If many of you can visualize that as the waves come in and you plant your feet, the sand sort of covers them up as the ocean sucks the water back into the sea. So there's something about the shifting sands of our lives, the instability, the incredible unpredictability of life that you are integrating into your idea of possibilities, of lessons learned, of resources and abilities that you now have at your disposal. You now understand the power and the practical application of what it is that you have. In the seventh house of your significant others, the Judgment card. This is a decision. This is a decision you've made at a soul level about your intimates, your allies, and your supporters. And there's a lot here where I see you identifying with others, where you are identifying those in your life who have been there for you in a variety of ways and that you have shown up for as well. There's an awareness that relationships come back or cycle through as part of an ongoing lesson and ability to become increasingly aware of the power you've always had. The power for many of you that you have given away in mistaking the opportunities as being for someone else rather than for you. And I feel that now you see the path that you have walked, perhaps with others, perhaps empowering others or enabling others to find their success, their soul path. You now recognize that was part of yours and that your soul path perhaps was the lesson throughout, at least for you. So this is you responding to the call, not through others as perhaps in the past, but on your own terms for your own success, for your own self-expression. I hope that makes sense to you. This is a general reading, Aries. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And if you like this video, if it's resonating, please like it. Please share it with others. I enjoy your comments and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, because that's what helps me stay here. And I appreciate your energies in whatever form I receive them. And I'm pulling the Brazilianite. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. The Brazilianite, which keyword is flexibility. I'm flexible and free to be me. And this, for me, is talking again about relationships, intimate relationships that you are negotiating along your path. There is no sense of you doing this alone. There's a sense of you always doing this in community, in family, in circle of some sort. And that flexibility, as you undoubtedly know, requires you to be able to tolerate sometimes the foolishness or misguidedness of others as well as yourself. recognizing mistakes have been made and that that is forgivable, but not confusing your path with the path of others, particularly those you're very close to. So I'm going to clarify from the first house. Aries the Magician is clarified by the Nine of Swords. Oh, the deck's upside down. And the Nine of Cups. So your second and third house are really showing me an incredible sense of completion. Nines are always completion. With the 10 here at the top, as your overall energy, this is showing me the way that you've achieved this sense of clarity and awareness and the ability to release pain, to get on the other side of things that have never worked for you and to connect instead with the things that do, the things that support you. You're releasing the sense of responsibility, I think, and need to manage or control others somehow with this ability to simply accept the joy, the gifts, the love that others offer to you. And instead of being dissatisfied, perhaps as you have been in the past, perhaps through some of your relationships where the limitations of others or the inability to be truly seen by others has caused you immense pain, you're to a place where you accept yourself. You accept who you are fully. And that includes the mistakes you've made along the way, the energies of being gifted, hiding your gifts, feeling uncomfortable for being successful, feeling guilty for not being there for others who demanded your presence in a very particular role. You've really learned to turn that around to a place of knowing that you've done what's best for you, that you've learned how to support yourself where others were unwilling to do so. And this is making you feel good about the way that you can express and share your story with others from a place of joy, from a place of gratitude. In the fourth house, the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Wands in the fifth house and the Knight of Swords in the sixth house. So there is this desire for action from you. There is a lot of information that's being shared creatively, perhaps with you, your teams, your allies, your supporters, your collaborators. And this is moving you to a place of making decisions and taking actions. You're anxious to get going. You feel like you have something that can be clearly communicated, and you're trying to work your message or your story through a team of professionals, collaborators, allies who are advising you, giving you information about where you can go to get the resources you need. So this is really beautiful because it indicates your clarity with which you desire to take swift action, to get things going, to move things along that have been in incubation for a while. Your story is something you understand clearly now. You understand that it is from a place of a lived experience. So this is motivating you to reach out to those who have help or information to offer and to consider it. In the seventh house, the Judgment card is clarified by the Death card in the eighth house and the Four of Swords in the ninth house. This is quite nice. So I do see some changes that you are releasing as the result, perhaps, of a passing of a loved one. There may have been a need to sort out an inheritance, a largesse of some sort, something that was generated by the passing of someone dear to you. And having released that negotiation, having let the chips fall where they may, you have gone back to your spiritual, your sacred place within yourself to recognize the lessons learned and the ultimate gratitude you have for whatever decisions were made, whether they appeared to work in your favor or not. You are accepting that you are grateful to be where you are, in part as a result of the support that this has given you. And not least of which is a clear understanding and appreciation of who you were negotiating this largesse, this inheritance, this gift with. Now there's ability to release, and for some of you, the baggage of that history, the baggage of those relationships that sprang from family of origin, that perhaps have never been healed in some way. And you are now grateful for the healing that you've received through this negotiation, no matter how it worked out, and that this has become your foundation. You recognize that this ability to find peace and acceptance with the path that this has created for you, the support that it has created for you, has given you an immense sense of peace and gratitude to move forward, feeling empowered, feeling stable and in control. In the 10th house, the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Swords in the 11th house and the Judgment card in the 12th house. So here we have two deaths, two judgments. I think that you are moving clearly towards some sense of active change in your community. Something, perhaps this project that you're working on, perhaps a job that you have stepped into, perhaps sorting through your resources and determining the foundation of your base has encouraged you to recognize your truth, the truth ultimately that you are communicating in a time of incredible social upheaval and disorder. And in that way, you are finding your place. You are responding to your message. You understand your mission as a participation in the social world, in your community, as the point of your efforts, the reason why you're here. And articulating that truth, whatever it is what motivates you to seek justice, to stand up for justice, to understand that in a larger context, not only of your life, but in terms of the larger social order. And I'm not presuming that you need to take responsibility for the larger social order or the changes or disruptions, but for you, understanding that, working towards that is key in whatever way that you feel is highlighted here. And it is about the mission that you've set yourself on, that you recognize as your calling. And it involves your personal expression. I'm going to finish up this reading with a seed and sickle card, and I've pulled the chickweed, and I'm going to read about that from the Oracle book. The chickweed, number 9, may be important for some of you, and it reads, in Japan, chickweed is seen as lucky and is included in a dish prepared for the festival of 7 herbs. Chickweed and other early herbs are gathered on the morning of January 7th and prepared while reciting a prayer for good luck. New growth is fast to appear at the beginning of spring, and the first green leaves are a good omen of things to come. A period of waiting is over. Results are starting to appear. Fortune's blessings will soon be yours. Thank you so much, Aries, for this reading. Until next time, namaste,